Thank you, Nicholas, for the same, and thank you once again to the citizens or fellow taxpayers who have joined this session. And I'll pick up from where my colleague have left. And as you have heard, the Kenya Revenue Authority has not been left behind in the fight against corruption. Yeah, we have established a mechanism that can assist us combat and fight corruption. I don't know, is my presentation visible? I'm trying to share as I just confirm if it's visible. Maybe Nicholas can tell me if it is. Okay, I have seen an SMS. It's visible. Yeah. So what you are saying is that KRA has not been left behind, as the debate about the fight against corruption has gained momentum in the recent years. Yeah, even in the country or internationally, laws have been enacted. Yeah, both to prevent corruption and to fight corruption. In our country, we have the Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity. Yeah, we have the Public Officers Ethics Act. We public servants are supposed to conduct themselves. Yeah, we have the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act. We have other international conventions and laws which govern the fight against corruption, like we have the United Nations Conventions Against Corruption. All this provides for the objective of fighting corruption, whether it's from preventive perspective, from educational perspective, and even from the law enforcement perspective, which has been established. Again, KRA has also, just as my colleague have said, Nicholas have said, three approaches which we have used to fight corruption. The first two being providing for education or awareness, either to staff or to members of public on the obligation to stop corruption, maybe to pay taxes, to stop all those bribery, abuse of office, misdeclaration of goods, falsification of business documents, among other offenses, as we shall see. We also have apart from the educational perspective, we have preventive measures. If it's about both KRA officials and members of public, we have tried to automate systems, just as my colleague Nicholas has said. We have tried again to have our staffs do declare conflict of interest. From time to time, we have done system reviews in our way of doing things or in our processes to identify if there is any loophole which can lead to corruption, and we've sealed the same. That includes automating most of our services. I know some of you have interacted with the various platforms, be it eTeams, be it iTax, be it the integrated customer management system, the exercisable goods system. So we have done that. And then we have besides doing this education, besides doing these preventions as provided for by the laws, sometimes corruption do still happen. You'll find sometimes staffs will conduct in a way that is not provided for or is not legal. Again, we'll see taxpayer do not want to pay taxes, but then again, we know it's a legal obligation to pay, or any income that is earned with, be it swearing of cabinet secretaries, be it what have been happening on the ground regarding the issues which has been happening around. I know you have encountered a report, or you have reported something. Maybe you lost an ID, you lost a document, and you went to a police station and you reported. But in this context, we'll be talking of a corruption report. And as we shall see later, there are those elementary details which make it a report on corruption, whereby we will say we want, what is it that you are reporting? Is it a bribery? Is it an abuse of office? Who is this? Who is doing this? You need to give out who is this person who is doing this. Is it a tax? Is it an employee of KRA? How is it being done? Which are these schemes? Occupation, where did it happen? In a manufacturing entity. So you have to, there will be basics which are required to make it a corruption report which can be actioned. So we have an iWhistle system, which is an anonymous system. It's a web-based platform for corruption reporting while retaining anonymity. Yeah. It was developed and implemented by KRA to curb tax evasion or leakages and corruption-related malpractices, leading to loss of revenue. So the key issue here is about anonymity, because as we all know, reporting corruption is a risky affair. Yeah. Let's say if you are an employee of a company that is falsifying document and then discover you've leaked the information, maybe you've given information on these tax malpractices, sometimes you'll get fired. And not even fired, someone will even harm you. Yeah. Let's say you are an employee of KRA and you've seen something and you're reporting, or employee somewhere, you'll be fired. So there's that retaliation, there's that risk that is associated with reporting corruption. And that's where the authority came up with an idea of developing a system, as we shall see, because later I'll take you step by step how you create an account without inputting any of your details, be it your name, your ID number, your location, yeah, your mobile number. You don't have to input that information or any information that links you to having whistleblown that information on tax violation. So I'll take you through that. So this system was developed to cater for anonymity. So as we continue making those bills on whistleblower protection, but for KRA, unless you want to come forward or you want to reveal yourself that you want to tell someone I reported you are guaranteed of confidentiality or anonymity. So as we go on, if you have any question, you can chat in the chat box. Yeah. So again, we have what to report from KRA perspective. So we have tax evasion, we have diversion of goods, we have concealment, we have abuse of office, yeah, we have conflict of interest, we have fraud and bribery. I think my colleague, Nicholas, had mentioned this one in the introduction. I don't know, is there anyone who understands something about possibly concealment or even abuse of office? You chat on the chat box so that we can be together. Somebody chat and tell us what they think, what is maybe diversion of goods. Yeah. Another taxpayer can tell us what they think about conflict of interest so that we can engage each other. Because at the end of the day, from KRA perspective, these are the violations that we want you to give us. Bribery is simple enough. Maybe you have gone to seek service somewhere in a KRA office, and an official of KRA is requesting for some financial advantage so that they can help you. Yeah? And it's not about a KRA official also. I know some of us citizens, we are also stakeholder, we are also players. We are the one who offer. Yeah. Maybe you want your liabilities on the system be reduced. You would want to request, you offer some amount of bribes so that you can have your liabilities deducted. Yeah. So maybe someone comment on the chat box. So one taxpayer can mention on conflict of interest. Another one who can tell us what they feel about tax evasion. Let us engage each other on the chat box. There's the evasion of good. Maybe goods are destined to go to South Sudan or Uganda. But because you don't want to pay taxes here, you want to say that you're going to Uganda. Once you reach somewhere along Eldoret, you divert that truck, yeah, within the country. I've given bribery and diversion. Someone to comment about the others? One person on abuse of office. Then we can. Yes, I'm waiting for some chats. Anyone who is chatting? Yes, someone to tell us what is the abuse of office, taxpayers. At least we engage each other. I've given bribery. Anyone? Okay, maybe we can continue. Maybe okay. We are not familiar with the terms. The abuse of office, the conflict of interest. Yeah, are we fraud? Yes, Liz, thank you. What is fraud? Just type what you feel it's fraud. Liz, thank you. Just type what is it? What's your understanding of fraud in tax relations, possibly? Or we will come to that later. Maybe we can come to that later. That's something we'll debate our understanding on the same later, maybe. So that those who are typing something can finish as we continue. That's okay. So I can go to the next slide. Why whistleblow? Once you report issues of tax evasion, you help us detect this happening of tax evasion. Again, you help us monitor compliance with the tax laws. You also help us create more accountability. Yes. We also prevent, we rehabilitate these people who are doing tax evasion and guide them so that they can be tax compliant. Yeah. It can promote resource mobilization. Again, if all people who are not paying taxes without the knowledge of the authority and information come forward, we are able to bring them on the tax on the table to pay taxes, and then we can mobilize more resources. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, we are going to decrease corruption. I think I have seen someone have commented on something. Let me see. Grace have said someone in high office who knows who is using their power to have things released from ports without paying duties or taxes. Yeah. Is it tax evasion? Is it a definition of tax evasion? Possibly. Yeah. Someone in high office who knows who is using their powers to have things released. That is abuse of office, actually, Grace. Isn't it? You are using your power to help people release goods without paying taxes. That's true. Abuse of office. You are in possession of power as a KRA official, but you are allowing someone to pass their consignment without having to pay the due import duties, VAT if applicable, or even excise. Okay. Anyone who is feeling to type, just continue typing. We'll review later. So I'll go to the next slide. Why iWhistle system? We have automated information gathering of information on tax evasion and corruption. Again, we've been in a position to mobilize resources and improve tax compliance because we are getting massive information on people who are not paying taxes from this system. Again, when you have confidentiality, when you have trust that in the information you are going to give is highly guarded, nobody is going to review your identity, then you can give that high value information from those big agencies, from those big taxpayers. You can come forward or you share that information, knowing very well that there will be no issue that can come back to affect you in terms of retaliation. Again, we are talking of anonymity and confidentiality, and then we are able to protect the society from illicit trade. As we shall see, we receive a lot of information, including counterfeit, illicit trade, and from then we have to act on the same. So I'll go to the next slide. So we have the legal and regulatory framework which guides the enforcement or the management of this corruption report. We have the Tax Procedure Act. As the authority, we have the whistleblowing policy, which safeguards the interest of anyone who come forward and volunteer information. Anyone who volunteer information, we have a policy. How is it supposed to be managed? Are we supposed to reveal the identity? No, we cannot do that. We give you feedback from time to time. So we have a whistleblower protection policy, whether it's about a staff or even members of citizens who come forward with this information. We also have KRA Act, and then we have the Witness Protection Act. So we have this system, as we shall see more about it, called iWhistle. The first thing I would want you to know is that you are able to create anonymous account. Yeah, you just the way you do create an email account, maybe a Google Mail, a Yahoo Mail. You go to any cyber cafe or anywhere with a network connectivity, you create an account. Yeah, so you're able to create an anonymous account. Again, that system, as we shall see later, as we review the functionalities, it has chatting mechanism, whereby from time to time, from our end, we are able to chat with anyone who have whistled, anyone who have channeled information via that platform, we chat with you. Yeah, if we realize that you gave us information which is incomplete, we'll come back to you and tell you, please give us sales records for this business. Please give us maybe a bank account or even statement if available for this business you are reporting. If you're talking over an informer, a KRA official who is asking you for financial advantage to do something improperly, we'll ask you, do you have this chat with this person? You are saying you give them 50,000 or 100,000. Do you have evidence on this? Give us that transaction, yeah? So we can chat with you. And as we shall see in the creation of account, you are supposed to create account with a user ID and password, which from time to time, you can always log in, check if we have conversed with you. Again, in terms of, as we shall see, we have a policy of reward in our report. If you give information which leads to recovery of assessed taxes or duties, we reward you a 5% or 5 million, whichever is less. We shall see that later. Then you can click on that system if you want to be rewarded later, or if you don't want, you just leave the option blank. So what you are saying is that we have an optional rewarding tab there on the system, which you can click. Again, there's an option to attach supporting evidence. Remember, we may want that maybe if you have statement, if you have some sales record, maybe you have an employment contract, you want to report someone who is not remitting your PAYE. We can only know that you are an employee in that agency by you giving us maybe a proof of employment. So you can attach that document on that system. Again, maybe for case flow management and report generation, that is from KRA perspective, for taxpayer or for informers or whistleblowers, it's not much of usage from your side there. So I'll go to the next slide. So basically, this is how you access this system called iWhistle. This is the link, the https iwhistle.kra.go.ke. Yeah. If you search iWhistle even on our website, it will redirect you to this page. And that is how it appears. And you'll see it, report it. And you can see the wordings there. Every year, just as my colleague had said, every year, Kenya loses over 400 million to tax crime. And you can help us by reporting something. So then if you click report now, actually here we have gotten to the system now, how the functionalities of this system. If you open that link, it will take you to this page. It will redirect you to this page, whereby you click report now. Once you click report now, you go to the next page, it will redirect you once again to such a page. Yeah. I hope you are together up to there. Somebody confirm, you can chat. Someone confirm that you are together up to there. We are not trying to use this system as per my presentation. Yeah, we have reached to a point whereby we can create an user ID. Okay, so someone have confirmed we are together, all of us. So this is the page whereby you are supposed to create an anonymous account. And remember, I had mentioned the issue about anonymous. We're talking of a scenario whereby you are not inputting any detail that can link you to this report. And once you click, okay, before that, we have a user manual which guides you what to do. It will guide you some of the details which you are going to input, some of the tabs that are in that system, what you are supposed to attach, how you are supposed to chat. So there is a user manual which is in PDF, which you can view even before creating an account. So you are a first-time user. Remember, you can create just one account, and as long as you maintain that user ID, which is generated by the system, and it is only you who have it and the system. It's called user ID. You see where you have the anonymous user ID. It's only you. Okay. It's only you. It's only you. It's only you who can identify that ID and the system. Once you generate that, let me go to the next page so that you can understand each other what I'm saying. So I talked about the instruction manual, as you can see, prompted by the system on how to create your anonymous account, login and report. It also guides you on how to follow up on what you have reported. We shall come to that. That is in the future. You can still log in to that account, view the status of what you reported. And also, if you want to blow another report using the same account, you can also blow another. You can report another taxpayer. You can report another staff or any other issue using the same account. So there's a guide here. Set up your whistleblowing account in 2 steps. Step 1, it's click on generate anonymous user ID below and key in anonymous username. Step 2, it is to create and confirm your password. So you have to create your own password. There's a caution also. Remember your anonymous user ID and password. You need them to log in and track the status of your report. And do not share your anonymous user ID nor password. You just keep them safe. Why are we saying that? We are saying from time to time, we will be engaging you via that platform. We'll be chatting you. Then if you lose your credentials, you cannot be in a position to log in again. Unless now you create another account and log in. Again, do not share because we are talking of sometimes whistleblowers may want reward. If now you give someone your credential and then they come forward, I bring this one, or they appear like the one who have whistleblown, then you see that one brings some mix-up. So from the caution, you can see you are supposed to tick in the box. I have read and understood the steps and guidelines. So you click the box and you generate an anonymous user ID. So we are still in the creating of account, an iWhistle account. So if you generate, it will bring you such an ID. You see the W90T15J2. That is what we are calling anonymous user ID members. That is the user ID which you are supposed to maintain. Keep it well. Again, you'll input a password of your choice. Again, you are told to keep it safe because at the end of the day, if you want to engage us, if you want to follow, and also us, we also need you. Because at the end of we will also come to you if you need more information. Then how can we access you if you cannot access this account which you created there? So with that user account and password, you've saved them, you can proceed. You can proceed to log in. You see where it's written proceed to log in. If you click there, it will give you an option of inputting your user ID and the password which you have created. We are still moving on. And if you create, you'll get such a feedback. Success. New whistleblower account created. Your anonymous ID is this one. You can see the W90, the one we had in the previous slide. The W90 T15J2, that's your user ID. Please ensure that you take note of your user ID as it will be used to log in into the system in the future. In case you forget your password, you will not be able to log in, hence you'll be forced to create another account. Remember I had mentioned that. Again, you're supposed to choose a password that will be easily remembered by you. Yeah, so I had explained that one. I'm sure we are together. So you have created an account, you have gotten a user ID, which we said it's only you and the system can identify that user ID. Then you have come inputted those credentials on the login. Once you log in, it will take you to such a page, the landing page. And on the extreme left, you can see you can report a whistle and you can manage whistle. Yeah, someone confirm if we are together up to there. Someone say yes, we are together up to there. And if there's any question about creating an account about iWhistle, you can chat before we move on. Yes, someone say we are together, tuko pamoja. Yes, you can see. How about other members of public? Other members of public, just say we are together. So that by the time we finish the session, at least some of you, because we encounter corruption day in, day out. And in relation to tax evasion, you'll be in a position to report. Maybe you've been feeling if I report, there is going to be a retaliation or someone might expose you. Now I'm telling you from KRA perspective, we have very ideal mechanism of reporting corruption. You don't have to tell us your names. So it's good that we understand this. Thank you. Most of us, we are together, I can see. So you've logged into this system called iWhistle, and this is the landing page. As you can see, we have whistle or report form. These are details that you fill, and we shall see later what you are supposed to provide. But by the time we finish this form, filling this form, you'll have known what we require from you, because we do not want information that is very general. We do not want you to come and say so and so as a KRA official is asking me for bribe. Then you don't have anything to prove. I don't know, maybe it's you who offered bribe and they said no, then you accused them, or you say so and so is falsifying records, but we don't have anything. That is it. We need some more credible, we need some information that is more credible, that can be used as a lead to pursue this tax evasion. So they are mandatory fields, others are not mandatory. Yeah. As you can see, item 1 is mandatory, whereby you are told, please select from the following list the category that best indicate the focus of your report. So this one is about the violation you are trying to report. My colleague Nicholas had mentioned some of these issues. We had talked of abuse of office, we had talked of conflict of interest, unethical conduct, fraud, So if you click that drop down, can you see the drop down there? The drop down, on that mandatory field, you will get all those violations that relates to tax, whether it's bribery, whether it's abuse of office, whether it's tax evasion, whether it's fraud, all those violations are there. That is number 1. You are supposed to click and select. Again, we will need the details of this taxpayer that you are reporting, So that's why number 2, you are told to fill details of either individual or business alleged in the violation. So if you are reporting an individual, John Doe, you need to input their name, their PIN number, their ID, mobile number, any information that you have that can help us identify this taxpayer. You may have a PIN, but you do not have ID. That's okay. A PIN will assist you. Will assist us. You may have an ID. You do not have a PIN. It will assist us. Maybe sometimes a mobile number. You have it. Just input an email, a mobile number. That's what you fill in section 2. So before I leave that page, on the extreme right, you can see a number like 2020 000057. So basically, if you finish reporting in this system and you click submit and it's a success and you log in again, your report will appear that way as a number. Yeah, you can see 2020 000057, and there's that time when you reported, like you reported on Monday, 19th October 2020 at this time. You see, there is even an eye where you can view. See that symbol of an eye? You can view that that report and view it, everything that you did. And in future, as I told you, this account you can use it to whistleblow on several occasions. If you blow another report, it will come there as number 2 on the extreme right. I hope we are together. On the extreme right, if you blow immediately the next one will come to 58. You see, so you can see all the reports that you've made to KRA if you choose to use that just one account. That is on condition that you saved the details for logging in well. So from time you can log in. So I'll go to the next page. Unless anyone has a question, you can always type there on the chat box. So I'm going to the next slide. So we are in number 2. We are going to number 3 of our slide.
So number 3, you are supposed to confirm if there is any KRA officials that are involved in that tax evasion scheme. Maybe someone is assisting that person not to pay custom duties or allowing that consignment, as someone said earlier. So the KRA official A is the one who aided this tax evasion, is the one who was bribed, is the one who was given 100,000 to do ABCD, to reduce that tax liability. You are supposed to come here and fill the name. If you have employment number, you can give it to us. You have their mobile number. Are they stationed in JKIA or in Nakuru office? And any other details that can assist our review. Again, there's number 4. You're supposed to give us the location. Yeah. Where is this incident happening? Remember we talked of the nature of a corruption report, of who is this person? Where is this place? Where is this happening? Is it a business located in Starehe next to this petrol station? You need to tell us the exact location of that incident or that business or that violation is happening where. Is it at certain point of entry? Is it in Maraba border? So you have to select the county, sub-county, and any other information, whether it's date and time, when was the bribe received? What period have this tax evasion been happening? Has this business been falsifying business records from 2018 to 2022? You need to give us a time frame. So that's what it means. So by the time we finish this, I'm sure you'll have known what information you need to provide to KRA in case you choose to report, whether it's through iWhistle or any other channels. I know we'll come to other channels because we have other channels as we go on. So that was number 4. You see, building, maybe you are reporting a monthly rental income tax scenario. So you need to tell us this building is called a building A. It is located here. Its name is this. So that if I go to that place in Umoja, if I go to that place in Thika or even Nakuru, I'll be looking a building called Building C. It will be easy for me. Where is this person manufacturing illicit brew? It's next to opposite in this street. You see, you give all those details so that you can make our work easier. Yes, I'll go to the next slide. Details of transaction. We would need again, in taxes, we tax revenue and where are these revenue banked? Is it a till number? Is it a bank account? Do you even have statements? Some informers even do have statements. So you would want bank details. If you click add transaction details, you'll get an option of selecting the bank, be it Equity, be it KCB, all those banks that you know. Then you'll input the bank account because we need some lead, we need some intelligence that will help us uncover undeclared income for tax purposes. Okay. Then there's estimated amount. How much do you estimate that the country is losing? The KRA is losing as a result of these taxes not being paid, as a result of this importer not declaring the right values for their imports. You could be having figure. So you'll come here and tell us what is the currency? Is it Kenya shillings? Is it US dollars? And then you estimate, is it 100 million? You input there, if you have the details. And remember, we said there are details which are mandatory. You can see like number 5, it's not marked as mandatory because you might not be having details of that business, bank details or pay bill details of that bank, that business or that taxpayer. Again, for amount, you may not be in a position to estimate. Maybe you are not an accountant there, so you cannot know what is the estimated money that KRA is missing in collection as a result of this tax evasion scheme. We are in 6, incident description. Again, on the same number 6, now here you need to do something which is mandatory. You need to give us a brief report, on what are you reporting. So you are reporting a landlord who owns a rental building in this place, who is this, who is not paying taxes, So you give us what is this you are reporting, how did you come to know about it, or brief description of the facts or the issues that you know about this tax evasion scheme. So this one now is open, whereby you describe anything that you want us to understand so that we can uncover this scheme. Who is this, where, when, how. Yeah. You give a brief description. You say, we met with this KRA official here. He said he wants ABCD, that we have reached here. He has failed to authorize my request up to now until I give this amount. You give a brief description. Then we talked of reward. We said we have a reward scheme. If you give information that will lead to recovery of unassessed duties or taxes, we have a reward scheme of 5%. It's provided for by the law, or 5%, or 5 million, whichever is less. Yeah, 5% or 5 million, whichever is less, to our informer. So if you bring that credible information and it undergoes all our stages, remember in tax investigations, we have stages which are provided for by the law. You report, we review the information, it can be investigated, a taxpayer can dispute it, can go to ADR, it can even go to High Court, Court of Appeal. Sometimes you can agree and let us settle it out of court. So it's several stages as provided for by the law. But then at the end of the day, if the information led KRA to collect, you are entitled to a pay. Yeah. So if you wish to receive a reward, you just need to click here. If you click here, if you wish to receive a reward, it will give you a tick box whether it's yes or no. If you want a reward, click yes. If you do not wish to be rewarded in case the information yields, then you just don't click yes, and that is it. You see here, just as we are saying number 7, if you wish a reward to receive a reward, click yes. If no, that's okay. Then remember, we said you may be having attachments. You may be having those sales records. You may be having bank statements. You can attach here. You just need to attach. You may be having a voice recording of maybe one of us asking you for bribe. You have recorded them. You can attach it there. So, and that's how it happens. So we go to the next one. We have attached, remember already, file name. It has a name. Yeah. So Ken is asking, how will I know as a whistleblower the amount? So what happens? At the end of the day, we will engage you. And remember, you are keeping from time to time engaging us. You are engaging us. We are engaging you via the platform. We have a feedback mechanism. If we register that you have an interest in the reward, we'll keep on following up on that matter that was reported by, or that number, that report, that whistle code. We'll keep on seeking feedback wherever it is. Whether it's with the revenue department, we'll keep on following what is the progress. What's the amount you have recovered? Have you recovered so that we can pay you? So that's, we keep on checking. We monitor our reports end to end. Yeah, so that's how we do it. So after you attach, you submit. This is the final stage. You submit the information and it will be received from this end, and then we will act on it. We talked of chatting mechanism. You can see right there, new messages. It sends you notification. If we chat you and you log in, you'll find a notification, as you can see here. So if you view that whistle, you can see a message from us. And even from our side, we can view a message from you. Maybe you have added information. You have added an attachment. After 3 days, you have gotten more details. You have attached. It will come to us and it will indicate like you have one message, and we can view that you have added more information. What do you provide? I think you have discussed this in that general form that you fill when you are blowing a whistle. We need those financial statements. We need those mobile contacts. We need the location of business. Where is this business located? If you want to visit that manufacturer of Beer City Brew, where will we go in Embakasi? Yeah, you need to give us the exact location. We need the PIN number, very critical. We need to identify this taxpayer. How are payment be done in this business? Do they have pay bills? Do they have bank accounts? You have bank accounts, you have to give us. If you have statement, provide it to us. So these are the basic or the elementary information that you give us. So we have talked of reward, and someone had asked a question that we have a 5% or 5 million, whichever is less of what is recovered based on the information you provided. Again, what we are saying is that after we complete the investigation, and you sought to be rewarded, here you'll not be anonymous again. We have to call you. There's a form you will fill. Now we call you, we fill your details, you give us your bank details. You see, now you are not anonymous again, but the purpose for this disclosure is only for purpose of rewarding you, not for disclosing you to the person you whistleblower. We are only calling you and picking your details to reward you. So the anonymity is being lost only for reward, not for exposing you to possibly the violator you reported. We'll go to the next. Remember, we went through this. We said if you wish to receive a reward, you click there. The whistleblower is not eligible. Okay, there's non-eligibility. Yeah, and as you can see, the information is not credible or it's not specific. You are just saying so and so is not paying taxes. You are not giving us lead. It's very broad. We cannot narrow to something. Again, you've found something on the media. The media have said the taxpayer ABCD have been evading taxes for long. They've been doing ABCD, and then you see that information in media, in a certain article, from a certain blogger. Then you come and say, "I want to report ABCD." Again, that's not reward. You cannot be rewarded on account of this. Sometimes you could be doing a review on the tax affairs of the taxpayer that you are reporting. Again, you are not eligible for reward. It's already under our law. It's already under investigations or audit. So they are non-eligibility criteria. We have rights of whistleblower. We do not expose you. In case you would be required to go to court, we protect you. We keep you updated from time to time. And if the information yields some collection of due taxes, then we reward you.